Stop. Don't scroll. You're about to hear the truth that took me 9 years to learn the hard way. The reason 90% of traders fail. You're not losing money because your system sucks. You're losing because you're a smart analyst, but an emotional gambler. You know how to read a chart, spot a head and shoulders pattern, even dissect volume profiles better than half the so-called gurus. But the second you hit buy or sell, something snaps. Logic turns into panic. Discipline turns into dopamine. You start gambling, not trading. I know, because I lived it. I've had days making $25,000 and then in one brutal hour giving back $15,000 because my ego hijacked the wheel. I went from trading out of a coffee shop on a $10,000 loan to managing over $1.5 million in client capital. Not because I found a secret indicator, but because I rebuilt my psychology from the ground up. Today, I'm giving you the exact 5 mindset shifts that turned me from a chaotic, emotional gambler to a cold, methodical trader. Let's go. Number 1, the process protector. Listen carefully. The market will always test you. The amateurs try to guess what's next. The pros trust their system to pay them over time. If you're uncertain about an outcome, your brain should feel fear. That's biology. You don't beat it with confidence or bravery. You beat it with rules. Think about it like this. One guy's crossing a highway blindfolded, relying on luck. Another waits for the light, checks the cars, and moves on signal. Who survives long term? Trading is no different. Every pro I know has a checklist, 3 to 5 confluences that must align before they enter. No checklist, no click, period. Once you've taken 50 to 100 trades following the same process, fear fades. You're no longer reacting, you're executing probabilities. I watched one of my first students burn $10,000 trading on gut instinct. We forced him to build a 5-step checklist, and the next month, he made it all back. Process kills panic. Write down your rules. Don't click until every single one is met. Number 2, the risk controller. Here's the part most traders never truly accept. Your capital isn't fuel, it's oxygen. You run out of it, the game's over. I once lost $35,321 in a single afternoon. Started with a small 5K loss. Manageable. Then ego took over. I'll win it back. I increased size 10x. The market slapped me again. I sat there frozen watching red numbers stack up. That was the day I learned risk management isn't a trading skill. It's an emotional control. Pros don't think in single trades. They think in series of trades, 100 rounds of consistent execution. Your job isn't to hit home runs. It's to stay in the game long enough for the math to play out. If you size every position at 1% risk, you're never emotionally hijacked. Your focus shifts from, I need this trade to work, to, let's see if the math plays out. Never click buy or sell without a defined stop and take profit. Control risk, and your emotions will follow. Number 3, the data driver. Every trader says they trust their system until they lose 3 trades in a row. Then they panic, change everything, and start over. You don't need new indicators. You need proof. Backtest your setup over at least 100 trades. When you know your win rate, your average R to R, your max drawdown, fear disappears. Because now every loss makes sense. It's not failure, it's a number inside a predictable sequence. That's why pro traders can lose 6 times in a row and still sleep fine. They understand variance. They've earned their conviction with data. I had a client panic after 5 straight losses. He thought his system was broken. We checked his data. A 7-loss streak was statistically normal 8% of the time. Instant calm. He didn't change a thing, and 3 trades later, he recovered it all. If you don't have data, your brain will invent emotion to fill the void. Earn conviction through numbers, not hope. Number 4, the error eliminator. This one's personal. I used to chase perfect trades. Market in a clean downtrend, huge red candles, and I'd still look for a bounce. Why? Because I wanted to be right, not make money. That perfectionism cost me thousands and months of wasted energy. Every pro I know journals religiously. Not just entries and exits, emotions. What did I feel before I clicked? Was I bored? Angry? Trying to prove something? When you log your trades and moods, you expose patterns. You'll see your emotional fingerprints, revenge trading after losses, FOMO after long waits, fear after big wins. The goal isn't perfection. The goal is progress through awareness. If you repeat the same mistake twice, it's not the market's fault. It's your lack of accountability. So track, review, eliminate. Your journal is your mirror. Face it daily. Number 5, the resilience realist. Here's the truth. You're going to lose. Everyone does. The difference between winners and losers? Losers replay the pain. They overthink. They dwell. They hesitate next time. Winners reset instantly. The pro trader forgives themselves fast. Lose a trade? Fine. Log it, learn, move on. Missed a setup? Fine. There will be another one. You can't control the market, but you can control your response. If your setup doesn't appear today, don't trade. Patience is a position. I once skipped a setup that ran $12,000 because it didn't meet my full criteria. It stung, but the next day I made $18K on a clean, high-probability trade because I was calm and clear-headed. Protect your mental capital like gold, because the second your emotions hijack you, your logic dies. Losses are tuition. Pay them once, don't repeat the class. Final words. Those are the 5 mental frameworks that built my career. The process protector, the risk controller, the data driver, the error eliminator, and the resilience realist. You master these, you stop trading on emotion and start operating on math. Remember, the market doesn't reward effort. It rewards discipline, data, and detachment. Your job isn't to control price action. Your job is to control yourself. If this hit home, subscribe to Trade Insider and start trading like a professional, not a gambler.